crease. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
Hey, welcome to the Mark and Will Show. I'm Will. Back. We have been rocking and rolling this week. You know, it's state week, so you know we got nothing but people who are going to be playing for the state championship. So, hey, today we're going to do it again. So, hey, I hope everybody has had a blessed day. You know, it's Thursday, so little Friday Eve. So, you know, we're going to do what we do. So, let's have a good show. We had a great show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so it's definitely going to be great tonight. Let's see. If you want to know, If you want to know where to find us at, look, it's pretty much simple. Mark and Will Show, period. At Mark and Will Show. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, you don't stop. Instagram, YouTube, which after this show, it'll be dropped on YouTube, just like all the other shows. Mark and Will Gaming, we got all that stuff. Website, markandwillshow.com. We got the best group, period, bar none. Mark and Will Show, the group is close to 7,000 people already. Hey, appreciate the support. We're going to need you guys to make sure you, from that group, go to the page, because every interview with coaches, players, etc., is going to be on the page. You know, we're trying to get everybody recognition. We're trying to make sure everything do that, and the best way to do that is to grow. So that's what we're trying to do on that. So we will. Without further ado, let's go. Let's get it started. I am lucky to be joined by JaMaya, Byrum, Henderson County, class of 23, softball student athlete, and Liberty University signee. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing fine. Is Henderson County ready for the game tomorrow? The big game tomorrow? What's going on?
Oh, yes, we are. We just came in today to our hotel, and that's where I'm at. So I have my teammates behind me, actually. Um, but we had a huge send-off and buses, and our baseball team is coming as well for state. So we had a whole lot of support from the community. So we're definitely ready for this game tomorrow.
Wow, is that the first time in school history that both the softball and baseball is playing for the in the states?
I believe our coach said the first time was in '97, and so this is the second ever time that it has happened.
Wow, that's good stuff, man. So how excited are you? I mean, you know, I know you guys have been there before, but how excited are you?
I'm extremely excited. This group is really awesome. We have all been together for so long, so we're really pumped because we were upset, obviously, last year with the way that it ended. So we're looking to, go even farther this year.
So going through the season, I mean, it's always goal to, of course, win the state champion, especially that you went to state. So are you guys, are y'all like a senior dominant team or junior, top heavy or what? Like, what's the makeup of the team?
Right. So we've always been a younger team, but now we have three seniors this year, three juniors, and then lots of underclassmen. So I would say it's not too top heavy one way or the other. Our leadership for both sides is really great. So
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, hey, that keeps it going. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too top heavy. So it's a lot of
yep.
underclassmen going with it. So, like What was your record, regular season record?
Right now we are 30-5, so
Okay.
we had
Okay.
a pretty successful record so far.
Okay. So, um, last year, do you remember you guys' record last year?
Our record last year, I don't know. Do you guys remember our record last year? Okay, we only lost 3 games, but we had 30 plus wins. I do know that. So again, it
Okay.
was a successful season, and we're looking to try to go further,
All right.
obviously, this year.
Now, JaMaya did it perfectly. She got her, she got her teammates behind her, and like if you have your teammates behind you and you do not remember certain, that's what you do. That's what they're there for, to help you out. You just ask them, and you perfectly did that. That's how it
Oh,
rocks and
yeah.
rolls. So hey, that's why we got them on her. That's why I was raw and uncut. I love that. So look, check this out. We, got your stats. We got JaMaya stats. So let's go over your stats for the season so far. So you have 46 runs, 42 hits, 45 RBIs, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 13 home runs. You're leading the team in home runs, 8 walks, 16 stolen bases. Hasn't been caught, and you're actually betting 372. That's a heck of a season. That is a heck of a season. How proud of you so
Thank you. I
far?
appreciate it.
So how proud are you so far of what you've been doing with your bet?
Pretty good. I think earlier in the season I was struggling a bit, so it's good to feel more consistency later in the season. My teammates have helped me a lot because I've been staying in our hitting building because we got a new hitting building this year. So I've been staying in there, working with my parents, my teammates. So it feels a lot better to definitely see some progress and get some good stats as well as a record on my name. So it feels good.
Okay. Hey, you guys got to give, hey, Henderson County, step up. Go ahead and comment. She is taking her time and actually joining the Mark and Will show from her hotel room. So we really appreciate that without a doubt. So you guys have a hitting complex. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we had a single batting cage building for the past few years, but we now added on to that. So now we have the expansion was 3 more cages. So it was a lot better because now we can convert more room to pitching and defense. We have really nice turf in it now, so that's
Wow.
pretty good, as well as a good weight lifting little section in there too.
Ooh, that's Jemima, sound like a college facility. That's what that sounds like. I
It is
mean,
very nice. I'm very thankful.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So hey, I'm gonna tell you what, Jefferson County, you better up your game. I done been around the city. I know a lot of people don't have that. So hey, you better up your game. And you wonder why some teams don't get to go. You better up your game if you take the sports seriously for real. So hey, that's very impressive. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. That's I love that. And giving you guys the opportunity to get better, and that's what it's all about. That is great stuff right
Oh yeah.
there. Let me see. All right, so Jemima, how old were you when you start playing sports?
I believe I was 6 years old when I started playing sports, so I've been playing for a long time. I played softball and basketball, so that's pretty much what I've grown up with. And then in middle school, I just mainly focused on softball because I knew that I felt that I could go farther in that. So I've been playing for a long time.
Where did you like? Is it a league, a certain league? What league did you play in when you was little?
So we just had a rec ball, like pretty much local in Henderson,
Mm-hmm.
when we were really young, and then a bunch of the girls, which are most of the same girls on our high school team now, all moved on to a travel team. So we played kind of around like our tri-state area, staying within an hour or two away from home. So that was a team that was um, we have a lot of really good memories on that team. I love that.
Right, right. So you pretty much was outside as a kid all the time.
Oh yeah, always outside because my brother plays basketball. He's gonna be a freshman in high school
Okay,
this upcoming year, so I'm always outside with him doing something, or with my dog, or out with my dad throwing. Well, we're outside all the time, so yeah.
okay, okay. So you say you played basketball. in softball.
Mhm.
So when did you stop playing basketball?
I finished my sixth grade year playing basketball, and then I kind of stopped then. I did really love it, and I still love watching it now. And I especially love watching my brother because he's a shooter and he loves to play. So I'm always, working in the gym with him.
Okay.
But I just did feel like softball was the better choice for
Right,
me.
right, right. What position did you play?
Mhm. I was a point guard because I've always been a little bit smaller. So
Mm,
um, I was usually just small guard, point guard, that type of position.
okay. You got handles?
I did, not anymore. I tried to pick up the ball. Really, all I got is defense now. Yeah, so I pretty much just do drills with my brother. I'm not much
Okay.
of a shooter anymore. I used to have a good mid range, but all that's lost. It's
Well, I
back in
mean,
middle school.
you done made up for it. You know what I'm saying? You're a tremendous hitter. You got a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? You're going to Liberty University. I think you
Thank
made a great decision on that. You know, I'm just trying to, see what's going on. See if you had some handles. See you was breaking people off.
you.
I didn't know. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good. So, what middle school? What's the name of the middle school you went to?
South Middle School.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's see. Did they try to play? Did they try like? Did your middle school have a softball team, or did you was playing somewhere else?
They did have a softball team, but it was conjoined. We have three middle schools in our area,
Okay.
so all of those girls get to go play on one middle school team for Henderson County.
Oh wow. So did they cut people? Like you talking
Mhm.
about three schools? So like, you know, did everybody make the team, or you know what I'm saying, or did they send somebody home crying because they didn't make the team?
My years, I don't really think they cut too many people, but this younger group, there's been a lot more girls that are playing, which is really awesome to see that more girls are getting into the sport in our area. So they might have to cut a few people these upcoming seasons because there's quite a few playing.
Right, right, and that's a tremendous thing because these kiddos is wanting to play baseball, softball, and they seeing you guys with success you guys are doing, and hey, I want to be just like JaMaya, stuff like that. So that's good stuff, big time. So
Thank you.
who did you play travel ball for?
Um, Back when I was younger or currently right now?
When you started off all the way to currently.
Okay, so when I started off, it was for Shannon Troutman, which that's our coach in high school right now. So that just shows you how long we've, all been on the same team. But that was the team we were called Explosion '05. And that was the team that we basically stayed around our area. It didn't go too far, but we were pretty dominant for our little age. And then I branched off to the Birmingham Thunderbolts down in Alabama. So that was a huge change for me. And I think that's what especially took my softball career to the next level. Their camps down there and just their mentality is absolutely amazing. So I loved being with that program. I think I was there with them for around 3 years, maybe three and a half, somewhere around there. Because it was like 12 to 16. So, but COVID was a big play in that as well. So we did miss a season or two, but I did go to Birmingham Thunderbolts, and then now I'm with Coach Greenwood and Fusion and their program, which is they kind of have similar mentality to the Bolts, which I like as well. So they're closer to home for me.
Okay. Where is Infusion? Where they make their home at? Is it in Henderson or do they somewhere else?
Well, when we were in the fall with them, we would go down to Assumption's Field and
Oh,
we would
okay.
play with them. So Assumption is located in Louisville. That's correct, right, Katie? Yes. So they're in Louisville. So that's 2 hours from where I'm at, so it's not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very familiar. Yeah, with Assumption. Yeah, that's my old ground 502 Louisville. That's where I'm at. So yeah, that's cool. I tell you
Oh yeah.
what, your hold on. Let's see. See if I can do this. I think your mom said you had handles back in the day, so
Oh
she's
gosh.
vouching for you. She said you had some handles back in the day, so hey, that's all good. No problem with
Well, my
that.
mom's a basketball girl, so she's always been into that. So she loved those basketball years.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. So,
Yep.
how did AAU, well, travel ball? I'm sorry, how did travel ball help your game?
Mhm. Like I said, it really took off when I was with the Birmingham Thunderbolts. We just traveled a lot more, so I had went to going from Bowling Green to Owensboro and that type of area, and then we traveled all the way to Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Colorado, California. So location-wise, it was just a huge change, and
Mm,
also I had to just mature in my game a whole lot more mentally and physically. Um, when you're with them, they have a lot of girls on their roster, and they've been playing at a elite level for a long time. So you had to earn your spot. So I think
okay,
that that was a big thing for me is you have to put in the work if you want to get the playing time and get seen by travel coaches or by college coaches. I mean, so the biggest part was just a mental change and maturity that I just had to kind of grow from, and I think it helped me so much. It was really difficult. It was really hard, and I struggled for a while, but I worked my butt off, and it ended up paying off.
you know what? And I like how you explained that because it's other young ladies that are trying to showcase their talent, so you had to bring it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, either you're not gonna
All
be on
right.
that team or you're just gonna be sitting on the bench rotting away. So no, I like that.
Yes.
That's definitely a good thing right there. So is there another high school in Henderson County?
No, we're the only one. There used to be several years ago. There was two, but now they just converted into one high school.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let me see. So how's the fan support? How is the community at Henderson County?
They they are amazing. They have really shown up for us, especially today. Our team was just talking about how supported that we have felt. Because other sports that are considered bigger, like football and basketball, they get a lot of hometown support.
Right.
But today we had our cheer and dance team come out for us, a bunch of other sports teams. We had all of our admin at school and a bunch of staff come out, a lot of our friends, community members, just a ton and ton of people come out to come see us along with our families, to just see us send off. And then there's quite a few people coming down to watch us play as well. So when you know that you have that communal support as well as your family and friends support,
Mm-hmm.
it helps you with your confidence a lot more.
True, true. So have you guys already had your graduation, or do you still have to go to that?
We did have a graduation. It was the 25th, so I
Okay.
believe last Thursday.
Okay. So no, so that even backs it up as far as it's not like every kids was at school and things like that. You guys is already
All
graduated,
right.
so that's very important. That's real good. So how would you describe your
Yes.
game?
My game? That's an interesting question. I've never had that before. Um, I'd say that my game, hmm, I like this question. I feel confident when I play, just because I would only say that it's, just a God thing. I pray a lot before games, and just study my Bible, and I believe that if I don't do that, I feel terrible before a game or just anything in general, test, event in life. So my game is kind of just based on God, and I get my confidence through that because softball is very hard mentally, and um, it's just kind of difficult because you fail so much. So to just know that um, I have God on my back and just everything. Um, and then physically wise, I have a good defensive game. That is what I've been working on for so many years now.
Okay.
So I have good footwork and good glove work as well. So I've just been kind of basing my skills on that. Um, and then energy wise, I feel like I'm a strong leader on the team. That's what I do love about this high school is that we have very strong leaders, upperclassmen and underclassmen wise, but especially our seniors. And one of them is in this room, and we bring so much energy to the table, and I think that that is a huge part of my game because um, softball is such a team sport, obviously, and you always need the energy. So I think that is a huge part to my game.
Hey, I don't think you know what I think that might be the best answer that we've heard, bar none, as far as when somebody described the game. Because I know it's kind of you don't hear a lot of people ask that question, but to me, I used
Yeah.
to play baseball. I used to play baseball, and I was a pitcher and play shortstop. So so you can
Mhm.
look at it different ways. You can look like how you broke it down as far as fielding and things like that, and spiritual. You broke it down well. That was a answer very well. So I appreciate that. So
Thank you.
what position do you play? I forgot to ask you. I mean, I know, but for the people out there, what position do you play?
I play shortstop, and then I can play third base as well. So um, for high school, I've only played shortstop, and then back when I was with the Bolts, I played third and short.
So what is Liberty? Do you know what Liberty is going to have you at?
Um, just based on recruitment wise and kind of like what they were recruiting me for was shortstop, as well as the shortstop that they had now as a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I get there this fall, she will be graduated and out. So hopefully I will, earn that spot at short.
Right, right. That's good stuff. Because I mean, I was gonna say you also like how would you let's put it this way. We got the field and you did it as far as your betting because you got speed. You know what I'm saying. You got you haven't
Mhm.
been thrown out and you got power. So like how's your
Thank you.
approach? How do you describe your approach when you at bat?
I would say it's very calm, and I have to be that way when I go to bat. Um, but it's also very competitive as well. I'm not afraid to, get behind in a count, but still come out with a good at bat. I really try to work for balls in the gaps, just making sure that I can, put myself and other people in scoring positions. I want to be very aggressive on base. Um, love stealing and love all that, but I love taking those extra bases on my hits as well. I think that's one of my favorite things to do is just kind of reading how the defense played my ball
Mm-hmm.
whenever I hit and being able to see if I can advance to that next base as well. So I think that that's a huge part of my game along with the power and speed.
Mm-hmm.
Situational hitting is big as well, just being able to know where runners are, where people are positioned at, and knowing exactly what you need to do in your at bat when it comes to your approach.
Right, right. Let me ask you this: Has it and excluding all the people in state, so we don't want
Mhm.
no billboard material, nothing like that, bulletin board material. So has it been a pitcher that you got a home run and you like, yeah, I've been waiting to hit one off of you? Has it been anybody like it? Now,
Um,
like I said, take nobody in the state. We don't want no trash talking right now. But has it been anybody that you
right.
like? Maybe they struck you out, and they a good pitcher, and you like, okay, I can't wait to play her again or whatever, and you took a yard.
um, I would love to say yes, but I don't think I have like specific names. But I do
Mm-hmm.
have um, certain games, or maybe the game before a
Okay.
big game I didn't do as well. So now I just come up with the approach of okay, I'm not having a game like I did last time. Just trying to learn from everything. One home run that was nice though was McCracken County, just based on we had not played as well as we wanted to the very first game that morning, which was South Warren. So then we
Mm-hmm.
moved on to the McCracken game, tried to wipe everything away, bring as much energy as possible. And that home run ended up putting us on top, and we ended up winning that game, which was pretty big for us. So that was one of my favorites from this season,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. Yeah.
So, I mean, we know when the day started, it was 16 teams, and we got some people that already lost. So, pretty
Mhm.
much, have you guys played almost everybody in the field as far as at the state?
I haven't gotten a big chance to kind of look at all the teams,
Okay.
especially on both sides, but I there's some Louisville and Lexington teams that we don't really get to go play, especially like
Okay.
Ballard,
Okay.
and different schools like that, just because they are farther away from us.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that is also it's good and bad on both sides because I would love to have played those teams just to kind of see where you're at,
Right. Right.
because rankings can mean some things, and you want to be ranked highly, but at the same time, sometimes they're not always as accurate. So I'd love to play every team, but just
Right.
based on our schedule and location wise, we haven't been able to play everyone.
Okay. Yeah. Because like you said, it's about 2 hours from Louisville, and
Hmm.
logistic wise and things like that. And I'm with you. As a former football player, it was some teams in the state, well, in the city that was dodging my school and didn't want to even do scrimmages, and they was winning. I mean, you can't help, because sometimes you don't get the opportunities. Maybe a team fell a little short, but
Right.
you want to play the best. If you think somebody's the best, if
Yes.
the paper says they the best, if whoever the polls, you want to play the best. So that's cool.
Oh yeah.
I understand. I mean, the competitiveness in you, and that's how it should be.
Oh yes.
So is a softball player, or we talking about college, a professional, or is it a baseball player? Is it somebody that you enjoy watching?
I loved I love defense, and I just love the fundamentals of defense, and just kind of, especially on shortstop, just kind of seeing people with different range, how quick they are to release the ball. Um, so Sis Bates was a great player that I love to watch. Um, I just loved her fundamentals. You can tell she just worked so hard at it, and everything was meticulous in the way that she played. So I loved watching her, and everything was very quick with her, but also very smooth. And I just love that style of the way that she played on short. So I especially love watching her, as well as like when I go on YouTube and try to see different like fielding videos or defensive drills to do. She shows up on almost every single one of them for softball because obviously she's one of the greats at it. So
Right.
I especially loved watching her game.
So JaMaya, like you talk about confidence, and that's one of the things that I was going to ask you about. So,
Mhm.
you know, what makes you confident? Like, is because you like, do you do a lot of, watch a lot of videos, not of just of a player that you admire, but of your own self? Like, what instilled this confidence besides spiritual? What gets you there, that every time you go out there, you confident? Like, what besides, like, is it videos? What helps you out with that?
Film is a big thing. My mom is always on me about watching film, because it can definitely help a lot. Like we were just watching Great Crossing and just their different types of games. Also love to watch my own film just to kind of see failures and success, just to be able to kind of learn from everything. Everything's a learning experience, so I really like to watch a lot of that, as well as I'm just always working on, hitting off a tee, like doing the simple, easy things to kind of work on my game. And I have to get a lot of reps in every single week in order to feel that I'm well prepared for a game. Um, and then it's just kind of like breaking different games down in different situations. Like, I made this decision in a game, or I made this play, whether it was right or wrong, but just being able to always try to um, analyze the game the best I can. And I think that that makes me well prepared. I also think a lot of people aren't as fortunate to have as me, but is just the teammates that I have. They instill a whole lot of confidence in me, whether it's just the pep talks, before an at bat or before a game. But also a big thing was before our regional or huge regional game against Madisonville, we went 2 hours before our game and we had a Bible study, and then we just talked about how our season had been going, breaking everything down. So my parents and my teammates just being able to kind of coach me and talk me through every single moment in all my games helped a ton.
Good. Where did your mother play ball at?
She was in Providence, so she played basketball there. But she did have a few knee injuries, so she couldn't play in college, but she did go to Vanderbilt for school.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good to have that support, big time,
Oh, yes.
without a
My
doubt.
parents are absolutely amazing.
So when you're playing, when you're out there between the lines, what are you focused on?
Focusing on pretty much just one pitch at a time. I kind of have to make everything simple for myself, not to get overwhelmed because softball is a fast enough game in itself. So trying to just take every moment and, like I said earlier, just kind of learn from it, take it in, but then also just kind of throw it out the window and focus on what you can do at the next moment. I think that that helps me stay calm in softball a lot.
So let me ask you this: how did last year's tourney run prepare you guys for this
Mhm.
year's?
We were really proud with the way that we had went and how far we had went last year, but it definitely hurt just because we did have those seniors and it was supposed to be our year to everyone, and it was a really great year. But I think it just gave us motivation even more to work harder this year to just strive for more, to just know that 2 years ago we just went to the first round and lost in the first round, and then the next year we went one round further, and we're just trying to inch our way even closer to that final game and that end goal this year. So it just gave us a lot of fuel, a lot of energy in all of our practices. It can get tiring with the schedule that we have because it's pretty packed and we practice all the time. But getting through it, just knowing we all have a goal and we want to accomplish that this year, like it's really important for us, as well as being seniors. And I'm super close with my senior girls. So just knowing that at this point, every game can be the end of our season pushes us even more.
Now, you guys heard what she said. The season's packed. That's why we have not been able to get a lot of softball, baseball players on here. But this week, they have knocked it out of the park. They had some time and they have shown out and showed up. So we appreciate that big time. So, what is your favorite part of the game?
Did you say what is my favorite part of the game?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. It's just how competitive you have to be in every aspect, whether it's like individual mindset, just knowing, okay, I want to be better than myself in my last game, or just trying to hold your teammates accountable and push them to be better, win a game, find the grit. We always joke around saying in our games, be a dog, be a dog. Just kind of having like that grit mentality of you got to find a way to come out with the win. I love close games. They do give me a heart attack half the time, but I do love the way that you have to figure out a way to come out with the win. And I don't mind being put in pressure positions just because I try to control my emotions a lot, and I do struggle with it, and my teammates definitely help me with that. But I love the way that I can trust all of them in every situation. I know that our leadoff batter, she gets on almost every time, and you can trust the person in front of and behind you in every situation. Um, so I say the competitive energy in
Mm-hmm.
softball I definitely love, and then like I keep saying, I love defense, and I just love how consistent defense can be, and how defense can just flow and kind of pushes you in your game. Whether or not you're doing good at batting or not, you should um, be very good at defense at all times. So I love both of those parts.
Cool, cool. So you bet second? You in the two hole?
No, I'm actually a 5 hole.
Okay, okay. I was going to say all that
I
power. I got
started
the.
out leadoff this year. Thank you. I started off leadoff this year, but that was kind of my first time being in a leadoff position, and just as a better fit for the team, I think we had a different girl that is just much more consistent at the very beginning of the game, and she
Mhm.
has taken on that role perfectly. So we've kind of moved our lineup around here and there. So
Okay.
I'm batting 5 hole.
Cool, cool. So,
Yeah.
what do you think you need to improve on as far as your game?
Um, I think consistency is always something that every person, strives for. You may have one great game one day and then, you know, fail the next day. And softball is a huge game of failing, but I want to be a lot more consistent. I, I'm glad for the power that I do have, and I know that I can find gaps and I have speed. But I think that it all has to add up, and in order for you to find a spot in college and consistently do your job on the team, you have to be consistent. So I think that is one thing that I have really been working for, and it's improved some. This season, I think I've had a better season than last, which is always good. But consistency is such a huge thing that you need in college. So I think that's something that I'm going to just have to mature with, just work with, and definitely get better before this fall and next spring season for college.
Right, right. So, besides softball and playing with the dog and doing basketball with your brother and stuff like that, what other fun things you like to do?
Hanging out with my friends. I've been blessed with such a great friend group. So we're always out, like they were out the other night. I couldn't go, but they were playing tennis, and we go and swim all the time, have Bible study groups, go out to eat. We just do like really simple things, but it's the best because all my friends are super supportive and we're always usually busy. So the times that we do get to hang out are definitely my favorite. And then as well as hanging out with my family, I just got to go to a family reunion
Okay.
down back in Providence this weekend. So we had a ton of people come out. We had like 100 people there. It was an awesome time. So I'm a huge family person. So I consider my friends to be my family. And then obviously my parents and spending time with my little brother
Right.
is incredibly important to me. So those are some of my favorite things to do.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So now we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some of your teammates. First of all, who are the teammates in the back?
The teammates in the back. So we have Elise. She's our leadoff. So I was talking about her earlier. And then we
Okay.
have Kendall Hargrove over here. I don't know which way to turn because I'm lagging.
You're
But
good. You're
she
good.
is our first baseman. Elise is our left fielder. Yes. And then
Okay.
we have Mac over here. I think I can spin it. I'm not sure. But she is a freshman and she has pitched for us. And they are all super dominant players, and they are some of my best friends on the team, and that's why we're rooming together. So
That's good.
um,
Ain't nothing
I just
wrong with
love them,
that.
and they're in here just chilling.
Now, I'm pretty sure. I think Miss Hargrove has been on our polls. I think. I'm trying to think. All these names is running. So when we do the poll, so uh, let's do it this way. Who are some of your teammates that do not get the recognition that they deserve? So the floor is yours to talk about some of your teammates.
Okay. I love this question because I think that we have such a great roster. So a person that I would love to shout out and that definitely needs more respect and recognition is Kendall Hargrove. She is one of my best friends just in general without softball, but without saying that, just looking from the outside in, just knowing the game that she has, her competitiveness, her leadership roles on the team, I absolutely love. And she's always hyped for everybody. Whether she fails or not, she brings the energy, which is her first thing. But not only is she a good teammate, but she's an absolute stud on the field. She's going to Murray to play college, but she can play outfield.
Congratulations.
She can play first. She used to pitch. She said, "Congrats." She said, "Thank you." Um, but she has killed it on the offensive side and definitely needs more respect. And then I know it feels like I'm just going around the room, but Elise is such a great outfielder. She has made several plays, even in the state run last year that saved runs and in our regionals as well. Um, that we definitely needed, or we would have probably lost that ball game. And then she is also the player that had stepped up and take that leadoff position,
Okay.
and kind of stepped into it and ran with it. We have Mac over here. I know I'm just going around the room,
You're
but
fine. You're
she's a
fine.
freshman, but she Mac brings a ton of energy, and although she is a freshman, she plays like she's an upperclassman. Um, So I just love the way that she has developed this year because she has been one of the new additions to our team. Um, and then I think one of the last ones that I want to say is our catcher, Hallie McCracken. Um, she is a junior, and she's great behind the plate, and she blocks well. She has a good arm. She just does great. Her bat is awesome as well. So when she gets on the plate or when she's behind Anna Kemp, our pitcher, and everything, she's going to get the job done. So I think those are four of the players that I mean, I could go through everyone if I had the time and
Now
really needed
you
to, but
you
I think that
you
those are definitely four players that.
now you're fine, but that's okay because you know this is the Mark and Will show, so it's kind of raw and uncut. So who is the best? Who has the? Let's do it this way. Who has the strongest arm in the outfield? Who can throw somebody out with ease?
Um, I would say Taylor Troutman has a great arm in the outfield. I remember last year in our regional game versus Madisonville, which has always been a big game for us. She had a great throw to the plate that saved us a run that they were going to get ahead in. So I think that she has a really awesome arm in our outfield.
Who is the best? Who is the best base stealer on the team?
Who's the best what? Sorry.
Base stealer. Who's going to steal that base?
Um, I would say Maggie. She is an eighth grader. She has a lot of speed on the bases. I think her maturity is just going to come along just as well as all of her other skills. She's been our third baseman, so she has great speed on the bases. Um, um, I would also just say that I'm a good base runner as well. I think I have the most steals right now. Um, but I think for us, base running is it's obviously very important and you have to be really smart at it. So I think I have, good speed and I can read plays well. I'm very aggressive, so I want to find a way to get to the next bag at all times.
Who's the best fielder on the team?
The best fielder. Um, I don't really want to say myself, but I do take thanks. I do take a lot of pride in my field work. I work on it all the time. Um, I think I can just make those plays that have a lot of depth, that are difficult plays, whether it's a speedy runner or just a powerful hitter that can kind of hit gap to gap. Um, I can just come up with those plays, but that takes a lot of practice, and I've really worked on that. But it also, I have to give a shout out again to Kendall because even when I make a play in the hole or something, if I come up with a short throw, she's going to be my girl to pick it or, wherever the ball is. So I would say I have the best glove, but that comes with great defense on other parts as well to help me out.
Right. Who's the best hitter on the team?
The best hitter, the most consistent is Taylor Troutman right now. She has been doing amazing. She has a very high batting average, I'm pretty sure. The highest on her team right now. So she's been very great and a big asset, as well as Anna Willett, I think, has the second highest. Yeah, Anna Willett. She's another one of our seniors. So she has a great at bat. She can hit gap to gap. She's our two-hole hitter.
Okay. Who is likely to be a coach on the team?
Likely to be a coach. Um, I like that question. I would probably say Anna Kemp, um, just because her dad is a pitching coach, so and her sister plays ball as well, so their family is just very sporty, um, and I think she is pretty smart in her game, even for her age. So I think that she could definitely be a coach. I think that I would coach as well. I just don't know how high of a level I would coach. But I think we have a lot of very smart softball players. So I think almost any of them could coach. It's just if they want to or not.
And speaking of coaches, who are your coaches? Tell me who your coaches are.
it's Shannon Troutman is our head coach, and then Coach Parker, Trevor Parker is our assistant, and then Chris Kemp is our pitching coach. And then we have other coaches as well that are sometimes for the younger teams, but they help us so much in practice and even with motivation, texting us all the time. And that's Coach Wes Bennett. We have Gabby Grass. Who am I leaving out? Michaela Polovic. We got a big coaching staff, so yeah. Okay, so that's all of our coaches, but they help us out a lot. But our main three were the first three that I said.
Okay, cool. All right, let's have a little bit of fun. All right, let's see. Batman or Superman? Who you rolling with?
Oh, you're cutting out a bit.
Batman or Superman?
Batman or Superman? I'd say Batman, just because I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen either of the movies or anything. But Batman is like a huge trend on TikTok right now, so I've been liking those videos. So I would say Batman, and he's got a lot of cool gear, I guess, or whatever you would say.
Yeah,
so I think
true.
him.
Okay. All right, now I know you know about this. Tacos or pizza?
Pizza all the way. We had pizza today. I love pizza. Tacos are great though. We support our local Mexican restaurant, almost every week. So I love a good taco, but I love pizza a lot more.
In Henderson County, where you going to get that pizza
at? That pizza? I would probably either say Papa John's or Domino's.
Oh my gosh.
My brother loves those two places. But locally, for me, I love Mr. B's.
Okay.
I think Mr. B's has pretty good pizza. So.
No, and you know what? That's what I want. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like in Louisville, as far as Papa John's, it's like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not even thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? Because they so commercial. I like, like Burnos and Wicks and 502, stuff like that, but not. But now you're right. As far as the locals, that's what I wanted to hear. That's cool. All right. So, what music are you listening to get you? Do you listen to some music? Besides, I know you're saying that the Bible and things like that. But do you listen to some music to get you ready also, or what kind of music do you listen to?
Before game, I usually listen to like worship music, or there's this Christian rapper, his name is Andy Mineo. I really like him. He's pretty cool. But I also love like R&B and like more old school like Keisha Cole type music. I don't think I'd really listen to that before a game, but I do love that. Maybe while I'm doing homework or in the shower or something like that. But
your mom got you listening to Keisha Cole?
Oh yeah, she does.
Go ahead, comment, Mom. What's that favorite song of Keisha Cole you listening to? Yeah, say nothing wrong with that. That's good stuff. Let's see. Travel ball. So I know you've probably been to a lot of places. So Qdoba or Chipotle, have you had any one of those?
Yes. I've heard about Qdoba. I've never been there. My friends have been. They absolutely love it. But I'm a Chipotle girl. I love Chipotle. I get pretty plain stuff there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a picky eater. But I do love Chipotle and what they have. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. On this one, what are you rolling with? Are you drums or flats?
I used to be a flat, but I'm a drum girl. I love drum wings. I think they're just better.
Yes. You can dip them better too, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Do you agree?
Love them. That's the show. Like that's Mark and I, we drum guys. So yes, without a doubt. So check this out. Before I get you out of here, JaMaya. So I want to give you an opportunity to thank everybody who's been in your corner and who has supported you.
First, I, of course, want to thank God. I think He's just allowed me to get to opportunities like this to talk to people like you and just get to know a bunch of different people, opportunity to play softball in general. But next, I want to thank my parents. I think that they have done so much for me and sacrificed so much time, money, just everything wise, and they have gotten me to this moment. I want to shout out to my brother because he sometimes gets the short end of the stick just because we're always traveling. So, he's sitting at the softball field all the time. But I want to thank him for just all the things and all the support that he always gives me. Next, all my coaches that have just supported me over the years, especially Coach Ryan Greenwood. I think he's been my hitting coach for a while, and I haven't seen him in a little bit, but I'll get to see him hopefully tomorrow. So super thankful to all my coaches out there, my teammates from when I was 5 to now in basketball and softball. I think that I'm a big team player, so a lot of my friends and everything have brought tons of energy into my game, especially the girls in this room. They're some of the closest people that I'm with, and they keep me, they hold me accountable, but they also bring me up and hype me up for every single game, so I'm super thankful to them. I'm trying to go through my list of people, all my friends and extended family that are always, watching my games and counting on me. I have tons of family and friends that are watching at home as well as coming up, so they're always supporting me. My grandparents for both sides, they're always texting me, just trying to keep my energies up and, keep my mindset well, so they're always amazing. Teachers, the coaching staff at Liberty, I'm really excited to get to know them a lot more because they have such a great program and they have been awesome to me so far, so I can't wait to see what they have to offer. Community support because they came out today to come, send us off to state, so that was really awesome. I'm trying to think. I feel like that's a lot of people, but that's everyone. Just anyone that's impacted my life. I'm super thankful for you. Always praying for y'all. Very thankful that you've got me to this moment here.
Well, I tell you what.
I think that's it. Oh, and thank you to you for having me today. I really appreciate it. It's been fun talking to you.
No problem. I just want to tell everybody, whoever is from family members to teammates to whoever supports you, they would be very, very proud of you. You have rocked this interview. So they'll be able to watch it on Mark and Will Show as far as our Facebook page and on YouTube. And you have handled yourself tremendously. And I know that Henderson County is very, very lucky to have you, and Liberty also. So all you got to do now is go ahead and take care of business tomorrow. Henderson County, your girls need to take care of business tomorrow. Go ahead and get that win. And I tell you what, I wish you guys nothing but the luck. And I want to thank you for joining me this evening. And like I said, go Colonel. So good luck tomorrow, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. That's what it's about. Hey, great interview. You know what? I was going to do a little bit more about the show, but when you have a great interview like that, and it's just so, it's a good thing, that we've done this week, and we'll try to get some more softball and baseball players next week. Like I said, we couldn't get those players the opportunity during the season because they schedule so hectic, but this has been a great week, and we want to appreciate all the moms, the coaches, and everybody who has reached out to us to get these players on the show. I promise you we will do more next week, but hey, thank you. And when you have a great interview all week, every day has been a great interview, and we ended it off with a bang. Hey, that's why I love what I do, and it just keeps me going. So thank you guys. God bless. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Peace out.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.